Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my August favorites. I know I just did a favorites video a little bit ago because I was a little bit late in uploading my July favorites, but I did have some favorites that were separate from that video, but I actually have that video from a long time ago. These are favorites that I've been using this past month and I'm so obsessed with them, so I still wanted to film this one and tell you guys all about them. Before you head out, if you have not subscribed yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Also be sure to turn on the notification bell button. I think it's like somewhere here or down there. It's somewhere on the screen. Make sure you are hitting that button because I know YouTube hasn't been sending out notifications when new videos have been uploaded. So if you guys want to stay up to date when I upload a new video, make sure you hit that bell button. And without further ado, let's just go ahead and jump into some of my favorite products for the month of August. Products from L'Oreal that I've actually heard people rave about for quite some time. I was just really late to get on the bandwagon with these, but holy cow, these are worth every single hype that they have gotten. First one is the L'Oreal Brows Stylist Definer Pencil. So it looks just like this. Comes with a spoolie on one end. It's a very thin spoolie, and then you get the product on the other end right here. This is the only dupe that I have tried for the Anastasia Brow Wiz that really comes close to it. The product itself is very similar to the Anastasia Brow Wiz. It blends out nicely. It's very pigmented, it's smooth, it's creamy. The spoolie on the end of it is a little bit, I think it's a little bit smaller than the Anastasia Brow Wiz, and it's not as stiff to really kind of comb through your brows, which I prefer in the Anastasia spoolie. Literally, this works so well. It's very, very similar. I do like that this shade in particular, it is what I'm wearing on my brows today. I've noticed that this shade, this is the dark brunette. This shade is actually a little bit more cool toned than the Anastasia dark brown shade, which is the shade I use that collection. The Anastasia is not warm, it's not like chocolatey or a really red or anything like that, but I've noticed that this one still tends to pull a little bit more ashy and a little bit more cool tone. So if you guys are looking for something like that, I highly recommend this one. This has been my absolute favorite for this past month for sure. And then the other product from L'Oreal is the L'Oreal Lash Paradise Mascara. I'm not big on purchasing mascaras just because I have a lot of backup mascaras that I've received in PR or for when I went to Generation Beauty. I heard so many people, everybody was raving about this product. Everybody kept saying how awesome and amazing it was. So I'm like, all right, let me just try it out. Let me see how well it worked. And the hype is real with this one. I have a lot of lashes, so I have a lot of volume, but I have little lashes. They're not like really long and they don't hold a curl really well. This one literally makes them look super long, super voluminous and fanned out. Everything that you've heard good about this mascara, it literally does. I'm just so stunned that L'Oreal didn't come out with this sooner because their voluminous line is one of the best lines on the market. I think everybody knows that one. It's one of my holy grails for sure, but this one definitely blows it out of the water. If you're looking for a new mascara, I highly recommend you check this one out. You will not be disappointed, and I think it's only like $8 at the drugstore. So sticking with drugstore products, there are two products I want to talk to you guys about from the brand Rimmel. It's been a minute since I've actually used any Rimmel products on my channel, and I think it's been a minute since I actually purchased any Rimmel products, and it's not because I don't like the drugstore, but simply for the fact that Rimmel hasn't come out with any new releases that have really interested me or that I was really blown away from or that a lot of people were recommending. These are the Stay Matte Liquid Lip Colors from Rimmel, and I'll give you guys swatches of these. I would definitely say that Be My Baby, this one right here, definitely pulls more pink. It's a little bit more coral. It does have a little bit of beige in it, but it's a little bit more, yeah, more like a kind of soft coral color. And the other one, it's called Mocha, but it's actually not like chocolatey or dark like you would expect a mocha color to be. It's this one right here. It pulls a lot more beige. It's definitely more beigey pink. It's a nice wash of color to the lips, and it doesn't make you look dead if you have like my complexion. Not sure how it would look on deeper skin tones, but like a light medium or medium tone kind of skin, this one would be a really nice kind of wash of color to the lips, but it still adds a little bit of definition. The formula is a little bit more moussey. It kind of feels like the Ofra liquid lipsticks, a little bit too moussey that I kind of have to go in multiple times, or it's too airy that it just doesn't blend out nicely or kind of go on nicely on my lips. These do. So right now you can see that there's just a little bit of shine, not too much. When they dry down, they are fully matte, but it's a very comfortable matte. You don't feel it on your lips. You don't feel like it's like starting to hurt or like dry or tug at the lips or anything like that. You don't feel that with these, and these last a very long time. It does tend to fade in the middle, but that happens with every liquid lipstick, at least for me it does happen. So that wasn't really something I was looking for. These really lasted a long ass time. And like I said, the colors are really nice. I think they're like $4 at the drugstore. So it's not too bad of a price for a pretty good liquid lipstick if you ask me. And the other Rimmel product is the Natural Bronzer. This is the waterproof bronzing powder. I have mine in the shade 022 Sun Bronze. This is what the packaging looks like. And when you open it up, it has a nice sun emblem on there. I just watch it because you can't really see it, but I just love the color of this. When you look at it, there is no like shimmer, no gold flecks, no nothing on there. It's just a nice matte bronzer. It's not on the cool side, it's more on the warmer side, but it's not so warm where it's going to give you like really orange kind of cheeks. I do have it on as a bronzer today around my contour area and then up here on my temples, and I feel like it just gives you that kind of like freshly tanned kind of look. I really feel like it's just a very easy bronzer to work with, goes on nicely, blends out nicely, and I haven't tested it to see if it's actually waterproof, but I know that this bronzer held up all day. It's super buildable and it's just easy to work with. Oh, and I actually have one more drugstore product. This is the last drugstore product to talk about. This is from CoverGirl. This is the CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir Foundation. I have mine in the shade medium beige. It's supposed to be a lightweight full coverage foundation that hydrates the skin, and it includes SPF 20, vitamins, and antioxidants. What really got me was that it was supposed to be a full coverage makeup. I was like, so it's supposed to be lightweight, but it's supposed to have vitamins and be full coverage? I don't know about all that. And then I bought it and I tried it out, and it actually is all of those things that it says it is. It's a liquidy foundation, but it's not too runny. It goes on very nicely, and it really does pack a good punch of coverage. I have to go in maybe like a pump and a half for my whole face with this foundation, and it still wears out very nicely. I have noticed that throughout the day, this does tend to oxidize just a little bit. If you blend it out with like your bronzer all the way down here, you're gonna be fine. And I've noticed that throughout the day, if you have very oily skin, your oils will kind of pop out. So this doesn't claim to be a matte foundation, it doesn't claim to be a satiny or dewy foundation, but I would say it's more of like in the middle. It's more of like a true natural foundation. It doesn't give me any dewiness, but it also doesn't keep my oils at bay. I do have oily skin in my T-zone area, and I noticed that at the end of the day, or towards the end of the day, that was the area that was kind of coming through with oils. I think it worked out really, really good. I have more oily skin, and I still really like the way it looked on my skin, and I would totally recommend it. These next products are from Sigma. This first one I've actually been using for quite some time. I don't know if I've mentioned it before, but I've been using it for so many months. I'm like, I might as well just mention it, if not mention it again, because I really, really do love it. This is a Sigma F23 Soft Angled Contour Brush. This has been out for a while now, but I really, really love it. What I like about it, it's not like a very thin angled brush. Like, you're not getting a line to contour with it. It's a good amount of bristles and placement to really kind of be able to get right into that contour area. So I'll like tend to go like this with my contour. Just back and forth to really define that area, and then I will tilt it this way and just kind of buff everything out. If there are harsh lines, it works perfect on the temples and right up here. I just feel like this is a very good brush to have, especially if you're just getting into contouring, or if you like a more diffused contour, not something so just sharp on your cheeks. This is the perfect brush for that. This next brush is the 3D HD Max Kabuki brush, and I actually did a collaboration campaign with Sigma on these brushes, their dimensional line that they released. So he sent me this one. This one is really unique, and when I first got it, I wasn't sure if I was really gonna like it. So you look at it like this, it's like tapered up here, but then there's like a little bit of a cut and a groove here and right here, and you can just see that it's like, it's very different shaped, you know what I mean? But I really like that about this one. This is perfect for baking, if you want to like dunk it in your powder and then just set your under eye area. If you're trying to blend out concealer, you can tilt it on the other side and then just blend everything out and really get nicely there into the wings. Otherwise, I use this for foundation, and it does my foundation so flawlessly. I'll apply the foundation on, and I'll use buffing motions in a downward motion, and it just blends everything so nicely. I love that the bristles are kabuki, so they are densely packed on there to really be able to blend out product, but they're also, like you can see here, They also aren't so densely packed in there that it becomes very hard to do. It's just a very easy brush to use with your foundation. And if you're like me and you like to do your brows first to kind of get it out of the way, this works perfectly to get right in here and then just kind of go perfectly around your brows without screwing them up. I've really been liking this one as well. It's one of their new releases, but I really, really like it. And then the last Sigma product is also a new release. This is the Wildflower eyeshadow palette. Don't know why more people aren't talking about this palette. It's like one of those that kind of just slid under the radar, but I love it. So it does come with a mirror here. I haven't taken the plastic off. And then you get these shades right here. So these are for eyeshadows, there's a highlight, and this is a blush. And I've just been really loving this for every single day kind of looks. I really like that with only 4 shadows, you can create daytime neutral looks, or you can create going out looks. So I've used this for like a nice smoky purpley eye. Today I am wearing these two on my crease area, and then I have something else on my lid. I've used this blush before and I absolutely love it. And then this highlight, I was so shocked. Sigma should totally come out with this highlight in like a pressed version and just sell it individually because it's so good. It is the highlight that I'm wearing today, and I'm also wearing it on my brow bone here. And so you can see that it does give a nice shine and highlight, but it's not so over the top where it's really reflective or mirrored or chromy kind of looking. And I think that's okay because it really suits this palette. You can create like more dramatic looks and really like add tons of this highlighter on, or you can create more subtle soft looks, kind of like what I have going on today, and still use it for like a nice pop of highlight, but it's not so over the top. And the eyeshadows blend out really nicely as well. It's a really good accent palette to have because you do have your blush, your highlight, and then your eyeshadows in here. All right, and then the last thing I have to talk to you guys about is probably gonna be no surprise. I'm sure lots of people will talk about this in their favorites videos. This is the DesiXKaty collaboration with Dose of Colors. Oh, so pretty. The packaging is so nice. So I actually did purchase the entire collection because I know. I have tried the entire collection, but these are a couple things that I wanted to talk to you guys about. I feel like I'm gonna be the only one maybe who thinks like this, but I wasn't the biggest fan, quite honestly, of the lip products. I know. And I actually love Dose of Colors lip products. That's what first kind of got me into the brand, was their liquid lipsticks. I love their liquid lipsticks. I love the liquid lipsticks formula. And these liquid lipsticks that they came out with are the same formula. They're absolutely amazing. The only reason why I'm not the biggest fan of their lip products, and this goes for the lipsticks too. I know that they released 2 lipsticks that are a new Dose of Color formula. They're a matte formula and they're pigmented, they're buttery, they're smooth, they last a long time. But the only reason that I'm not the biggest fan of the lipsticks or the liquid lipsticks is because those aren't the colors I tend to wear. Good, like pops of colors, I would say, but they aren't colors that I'm going to get the most use out of. I don't really wear really bright orangey red lips. I don't really wear really dark, deep, vampy lips. And for lipsticks, I don't really wear peachy nudes or beigey nudes. I will mostly stick with pinky beigey nudes or pinky kind of rosy kind of nudes. I don't know why, I just feel like pinky nudes or like rosy nudes, kind of like what I have on today, go better with my skin tone, or I feel like they look better personally on me. I don't know if it's the undertone or what it is. And I know the Desi wanted to create these more peachy kind of beige nudes because she had trouble finding those, and that's totally fine. I love the formula of it. I love the packaging of them. They're just not colors that I would personally wear a lot or get the most use out of as I would with these products I'm going to talk to you guys about. So the first one is their lip gloss in Over the Top. I'm sure you've seen it a ton of times, but I'm gonna show you again. So it's this one right here. It looks yellow and gold in the tube, but it's not at all. It's literally just like a really glowy, liquidy, clear gloss that has kind of like gold fleck in it, but it's not even like gold fleck where it's gonna like, you're gonna see it on your lips. It just kind of adds a little bit of dimension. Look at how glowy, glossy, wet, and liquidy that looks. That looks absolutely beautiful. If you can get your hands on the gloss, I would totally recommend the gloss for sure. The next 2 things are their highlighters. So these are what they look like. This one is called Mírame, which is the darker of the 2. It looks more rose golden here, but my skin tone can still wear it. And this one is Fuego, and this one pulls more yellowy gold. It's the lighter one of the 2. I love both of these. Both of these look so beautiful. These literally will make you glow. Like, I was glowing like a greased chicken yesterday when I wore these, and these held up all day as well. I was super impressed. And what I like about these is that when you swatch it, you don't get crazy hella fallout, but you do get a good amount of pigmentation. That is what they look like. Both are so beautiful, so stunning on the face. The only thing I do also have to mention is that I noticed that they do tend to emphasize texture a little bit more. I'm willing to overlook that because I really like the highlighters, the formula, the consistency. You have very bad texture on your highlight area. If you have acne scarring or if you have bumps in here, it will emphasize that when you apply these highlighters. And I noticed that both of them tend to do that. So just keep that in mind. Just wanted to let you guys know because I know sometimes that could be a deal breaker for some people. And the last thing I have to talk to you guys about is the girls eyeshadow palette. So it looks just like this. Really beautiful color. So Zeus and Harpoon are the two that you need to use wet, and then Noli and Turbosan you can just use as is. And all of these shadows performed amazingly. All of them are very pigmented. All of them are very smooth. And you can see that Harpoon and Turbosan, they have like reflex in them, and I thought that that was going to be like chunky glitter or it was going to be like way too over the top on the eyes, but it just blended together so nicely on the eye. And I really like the way that they went about this eyeshadow palette. It's not the like we're trying to replace your Holy Grail palette. It's the I'm creating something that can be used in conjunction with your Holy Grail palette. I really feel like if I had to narrow down 2 products that I would recommend, I would for sure recommend the girls eyeshadow palette and the lip gloss. Those were my favorite out of the entire collection, but I really do like the highlighters as well. It just tends to emphasize texture a little bit, and like I said, the formula of the lip products is amazing. It's just the color selection that I don't usually wear. All right guys, so that is it for my August favorites. Leave it down in the comments below. What are some of you guys' favorites? Do you guys purchase any of the products from the Dose of Colors Desi and Katy collection? Leave it down below because I definitely want to know. Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, all that stuff is also going to be linked down below for you guys. Those coupon codes to help you guys save some money. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video.